Okay, are we live? You're gonna have to monitor the chat for me because I don't have a chat set up to come into it yet. All right, let me know, you guys, if you can hear me. If this is working or not.
I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, cool.
It is dark there. Okay, I'm losing.
Here, well, let's click on the other. Lights. All right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, is everybody hearing and seeing us okay?
Let's turn.
We're doing
Mine's out.
Let's see. Okay.
Is that okay? I turn the audio up there?
Yeah, just as long as it's still
Let
working.
us know if audio is good. Just keep us up to date. That's what we've been struggling with.
Okay, cool. So,
Sammy C-Bones.
Sammy C-Bones, welcome. Andrea, how's it going? Wowza, hey, what's up, man? So hopefully we have.
Why is it dark? Is it still pretty dark?
Well, you just sit here for a second, and then I'll just adjust the.
I'm gonna adjust the light. I'll watch it with you. We're using different cameras tonight, so. Hi, Zuli.
Better?
Hi, James. Oh, I'm not watching. I'm looking at people's comments.
You can see it right there.
Oh. You're just a little bit.
Right there.
Oh, I'm not doing it in real time on here. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. James says the audio has an echo. We're sorry. Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we were trying to get the good camera plugged in, but I mean the good audio, but it was not working. So we are trying to figure that out. If I get too loud or anything, let me know. I can turn the volume down a little bit. There we go. Is that any better? Might have been up kind of high. All right. Anyway, sorry.
But maybe
we're trying to.
Maybe it'd be cool if I could see a different.
Oh yeah.
Perspective.
So we're trying to set this cool thing up. Check this out. So if we want to see a different angle, close up over here. Hello
nice.
to camera 2. And then up here we have camera 3, so you guys can see a nice overhead view. And back to camera 1. So hopefully.
Cameras must be set for eye instead of in your face versus progress.
So it might be. Yeah, because it's why we're getting the sideways lines instead of it being.
We know nothing. Just kidding.
Instead of it being like doing it all in little, it does it in lines. It processes the video instead of the progressive. Okay. Yeah, sorry. We're trying to figure out the live stream, trying to give you guys some better camera angles and a better presentation, but there's going to be some hiccups along the way. And so we apologize, but hopefully we can just continue to improve this and make it better as we go. So, how are you guys all doing? Is it jittery on there too? Okay. All right, cool. All right.
Hi, Jess.
Who we got? Jess Bruner. Hey, how's it going? Red's Gaming. What's up? Leia's on here. Yonala. James Allen.
Myron. Zuli.
Hey, how's it going? We got everybody else before that. Okay, sweet. So let me show you guys the progress on the clone trooper helmet. Let's take a look at this from another angle.
We're just gonna be cracking ourselves up on that.
All right, there we go. That's got some more light on it. So, what we're going to be doing next is adding some pieces down here on the bottom and adding the fin up here on the top. And then we have some little greebly bits we need to work out inside of here. And then we just need to do the rangefinder. And this helmet will be ready for paint, I believe. Oh, yeah, and then the visor, of course. We're not going to get to all of that tonight, obviously, but I think we can definitely get these bottom pieces glued on and probably the fin as well, and just see how far we can get. Maybe we can even get to figuring you guys out. It just depends on how things go. So, all right. I wonder if one thing. I don't know if this is. No. Cancel. Okay. Sorry, guys. I thought that it might have been trying to do something else simultaneously, that it might have been slowing it down. No. So, because of the cameras we're using, you'll see these little boxes on some of them. Those are, I haven't figured out how to get rid of them yet. I haven't figured out how to get rid of those boxes yet on 2 of the 3 cameras. So I'm still trying to figure that out. It's for like doing a digital focus thing, and I need to look up how to remove that. And then we'll have some decent outputs for these. So anyway, yeah. What have you guys been up to?
Like you're trying to relax from my appointment with the physical therapist tomorrow. Good luck with that.
Nice.
I'm fairly happy. Looking for a good luck man, and then
Andrea says,
ooh,
awesome. Hey, Mario Sierra, how's it going?
He says if we have a chance to change it from HD to full HD, then maybe we can do something. It's like the bit ratio for the audio.
Yeah, I think in order to change any of those things, I'd have to stop the stream.
That's awesome, Red. You have 9 subscribers.
Woohoo! Nice job.
Good job.
That is awesome.
Is it just Red's Gaming? Is that where it's at?
Yeah, I would have to stop the stream to change any of that.
You guys stop the stream? Or just keep going like this? How bad? Mine doesn't look too bad. So the stream has to stop, so maybe in the next one. Okay.
Yeah. So in the next one, we'll try to turn it down to just HD rather than full HD if that's what it's trying to do. So that will probably help with the image being faster and everything as well. But yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty stoked about how this has turned out. Oh, let me show you guys the back. This is cool. So right here, this is turned out really sweet with just kind of the little venting type of thing here in the back, and just the way this sits and everything. And I think I was counting it, and surprisingly, this whole helmet is like 10 or 12 pieces for the whole pattern. For all of the details and everything it has, it's not that complicated of a pattern as far as like a bunch of little pieces. So yeah, that's pretty exciting, pretty cool. Let's go back to this camera. Yeah. So should we try to glue some stuff on? Oh, you're not on the feed anymore.
I'm sorry, I'm looking up something. Is it the Captain America one? And you said you were doing it with your dad? Is that what you said you were doing?
Cool. So yeah, I think we're gonna just get started and add these little bits down here. So something cool with these, let me show you from another angle. So let's see, this is the left here. So it goes on this side, this goes on this side. Alright, so something cool with this, you guys may have seen elsewhere, but this is cut at the bevel here, so that when this connects in with this, it will sit at the angle we want it to. And then I rounded off the edges here on each of these two once I did the bevel, and that gives it this little panel line once we glue them together. So they'll be glued, but then it'll kind of look like there's this little panel line, which from the references I found is what the helmet does look like. There's like kind of a panel line there. So yeah, let's glue these on. I wonder if this camera angle would be more helpful if we stand it down just a little bit.
Good thing I threw this so clean.
Let's switch to a different camera for a second. Well, we'll adjust this one so you guys don't get motion sick.
So Mrs. Bone says, do you plan on making the rest of the country armor?
At this point, I do not plan to make the rest of it. But this is turning out so cool that at some point I might be tempted to. I am considering making Rex's blaster pistols though. So we'll see on that, and then I guess if enough people convince me to do more of the armor, then maybe we will. Alright, let's try this angle again now. There we go. Now we can see a bit more, huh? What do you guys think? Cool. So yeah, so I've got these two pieces. They're going to go on this side and on this side and get glued up here. So we'll do that, and then we can glue the fin on as well. I need to find some of those pieces. But so the interesting, yeah, they are in there. Interesting thing about the top dome here. I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram. I went through 3 dome versions trying to make the. Sorry. Trying to make the top for this. So we had one of these is version 1, and I think this one version 1. It was like too skinny and like kind of like cone head shape type of thing. Wasn't rounded enough, and it took a lot of jimmy rigging to get it to work. And then to try to like round it out more, and then it was too small to fit how I wanted it to here. And then this one worked better. I got it to get more rounded and everything, but it just took a lot of work to round it out, so then I just kind of ripped it apart and I got frustrated with it because it was just too much effort. So I did a third one so that trying to make it as easy as possible when you go to do the pattern. And this guy is just a beauty. So one of the changes I had to make was on these 2 versions, I brought the seam line back. So first off, it's all one piece. So this part isn't a separate piece right here at the very end, because that's right in the forehead area where you want it to be smooth before it reaches the fin, and then it starts to split. And then what I did to try to accommodate for the fur here is I did 2 darts here in the back to try to hide them. It wasn't working to get the curve we needed out of it. Well, I mean, you could get the curve out of it. It just was way more work than I want it to be for people. So what I did instead was, now same thing. I have the forehead here, and now it actually goes all the way to where the fin starts before there's a seam. So we won't even have any kind of seam bit here at all. And then the seam runs along here all the way to the back. The fin will probably stop somewhere around here maybe. So there will be a little bit of a seam, but luckily it's in the back. And then I also did this coming up the side here and here, but it's all towards the back. So when you're looking at it from the front view, you don't see any of the seam lines. It's all nice and smooth right here for your front face, for majority of your like pictures and everything like that, if you're not able to end up hiding these seams very well. But we will, in the video, I'll be like treating these to try to hide them so that they don't show up at all. But other than that, I believe every single seam is hidden on this piece, on the helmet. So there won't be any other seams that you need to try to like patch or hide or anything like that, because everything else other than just this little bit here and then these two that you have to deal with. So anyway, kind of a little tidbit for you guys as kind of that process that I went through with the trying to get this dome part to work well and properly for how we want. So anyway, shall we glue? Do we have any?
It's downloading me through them.
Oh shoot! Here.
Oh yeah. What's the focus?
Yeah. So while it's doing that. Okay, sorry, we were behind.
Really old and like needed to update it.
We were behind on the chat, so Olivia's gonna catch up.
Hi, Paulino.
Hey, Paulino, sorry. See ya. We're gonna catch up real quick on the chat. Oh, I was looking at this camera, but we're actually on this camera.
Mandalorian helmet and armor. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna do the Mandalorian stuff too, because I just restarted the Mandalorian again today.
Looks great, and the best part about the puncher for armor is that the overall design stays the same, but the helmet changes a bit to bridge the gap between episode 3 and 4.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like with this base, I think I can reuse a lot of the pieces to create some other ones if we want to, and even like it's got some very similar design stuff to the Mando helmet kind of thing as well. So yeah, hopefully we can.
Bye, Red. If you're still here, tell your brother happy birthday.
See ya. Thanks for hopping on for a second.
Joshua Campbell's on. Hey, Joshua.
Hey, Joshua. How's it going?
And then we've got
Milagros Saavedra Quintana. How's it going? Sorry, hopefully I said your name okay. But welcome. We're so glad to have you.
Joshua says, Skylar, your video on 45 degree came in handy.
Oh, nice. Good. Sweet. Good. I'm so glad. Yeah, that one, hopefully you guys are getting that calculator is helpful and different things. I'm using, I use that calculator myself, and it gave me the idea to put the video out to figure out the angle of how these are supposed to sit coming off of here. It actually sits at a 120 degree angle. And so I was having to try to figure out what, what bevel I needed to cut it at. And I was like, man, I bet other people are dealing with this as well. And let's come up with an easy way to make this work. So that's what that video was. And I'm glad it was helpful. So.
Great. And then Lightbringer asks if we've seen their message. If it was on Instagram, not yet.
Yes. But if it was one earlier.
If it was.
Maybe it was reference to this one.
Oh, okay.
What project should I do as a beginner? Sammy Seabones asked, hey Skylar, what project should I do as a beginner? That's a great question. So what I recommend to start off with, a really good like armor piece type to start with, is a van brace. So some kind of like bracer or van brace type of thing that would go on your arm. I'm gonna grab the Wonder Woman one. That's going to be super easy because you're only dealing with simple curves, which means you're only curving it basically in one direction. You're not having to deal with complex curves yet, and it's really easy to kind of like pattern something. You can just kind of pattern it right on your arm, come up with a cool design, or try to mimic a design that you like or something like that, and then you can start to practice some of the techniques like scoring and stuff. That's how we did these. Where you just kind of score the foam and then hit it with heat and it causes those lines to open up. That's how we did most of this. And then layering, where you add other layers on top of it, which we have here. So you can start to practice some like really good basic techniques, just starting with a van brace. So that's a great question. I would start with some type of van brace type of thing. Really great place to start. Oh yes. Yes, yeah. The other thing that is really good, and I'm a huge believer in this, and I have talked to lots of people that it's helped a ton as well. When you're just getting started out and you're wanting to make a specific character kind of thing, don't let getting intimidated and anything like that stop you from just getting out there and do it. One of the great ways that you can get started is by finding a pattern that's already been made, that already exists. We have a bunch of patterns on our website. Tomui Cosplay has a bunch of patterns. Evil Ted, Much Props, if he's on tonight. Thomas has a bunch of patterns. Zing Prod, yeah, whether he's on tonight or not, he has a bunch of patterns. Zing Prod on YouTube, that's Xieng, I believe, and then Prod, Prod, for like short for productions. And then Bill Duran has a bunch of patterns. Anyway, lots of patterns out there. Some are free, some you can buy. And start with a pattern, and that's going to help you have confidence that you're going to get a good end result, because to an extent it's guaranteed that it's going to look good because somebody's already done kind of the hard work of figuring out the proportions and breaking it all down for you. And then you can practice and focus on just this, building up your confidence and skills and techniques in in building that up out of foam, and tracing the pattern on, cutting it out, and getting used and learning some of those techniques and skills as you go with kind of that guidance. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Really wants to know if these are available.
So the only place this pattern is available right now is actually in our second tier Patreon. Patrons have access to this. So if you guys aren't familiar, on Patreon we have a couple tiers. Our first tier is just a $3 pledge per month, and it gives you special vlogs, gives you your name on every one of our big build. No, is that one? Yeah. I can't remember everything on that, but anyway, and then so it's just a nice low level one. The next one up is only $10 a month, and you get access to all of our patterns, all the patterns I've ever made or will ever make, and you get access to all of them. And so that's the only place that this one's available right now. We may be putting together the video for this because I filmed it all and did it and just never put it out. And so if we do that, then this will become available. But right now, the only place you can get it is in our Patreon group. So, but yeah, so hopefully that answers your question.
But that doesn't mean it won't be available. We just haven't gotten it.
Yeah. So the only place that is available right now is in the Patreon group, but we may be putting that out and making it available once we get the video out that is just waiting to be edited. But yeah, great question on that. So there's one other one that I think that's only available in there is our base Voltron helmet. If you guys remember back our live streams like 3 years ago or something like that, we were doing the Voltron helmet live, and I never came out with the pattern fully or finished it or anything like that. So it has the base for that Voltron helmet in the too. So, anyway, yeah, great question. Should we glue some of this together? Do you guys need anything else?
Nope. We'll check that message out on Instagram, Lightbringer, after the feed, if that's okay.
Alrighty. What do you think the best camera angle for this is going to be? What do you say? This one? Huh? That's pretty good. Yeah? Or this one? What do you guys think? Let's vote on the camera angle. Which one do you want? This one? The one on the left? Well, yeah. So this is camera 2. So here we go. This is camera 3. So tell us, do you want camera 2 or camera 3? Comment in the chat which one you would like.
Sorry for yawning.
So first off, before we switch to either of those, 3? Okay. So before we switch to any of those camera angles, we need to
I'm falling apart. Okay.
Safety first. So since we're going to be using glue, I'm going to put this on. Hopefully you guys can continue to hear me audio-wise.
The worst part about gluing is I can't snap.
Alright, we got our little glue bottle. Do we have any other votes for camera angle?
What are some good tools to use when beginning fun? And welcome back, Paulino. Everyone's thank you.
Okay. So we'll switch to camera 3. What are some good tools to use when beginning with fun? Yeah, great question. So, yeah, if you're going to be dealing with contact cement, you definitely want to get a respirator. The basic tools that you need, especially just to make a van brace, is going to be a dope knife, so like an X-Acto blade like this. We sell this exact one with the black and red on Amazon, but you can get any one that you have. If your mom already has one, or a friend of yours already has one for doing little hobby things or something like that, or a random one in your like pen or pencil drawer kind of thing or something. This works great. Make sure your blade is nice and sharp. And then a cutting mat to protect your surface, so you can see here. If you go to kit.co and search for Cosplay Apprentice, I actually have a whole kit of tools and materials and that kind of stuff that I use and that I recommend, that I've like tested myself and I would recommend to people, and found to be a good price. And so you can check out that kit. It's called my Cosplay Arsenal. So kit.co. We're gonna put that in the chat maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so it should. Kit.co, and then search Cosplay Apprentice. Okay. Anyway, and I have all links to all of these things on Amazon that you can get easily. So, dope knife or X-Acto blade, the cutting mat, and a heat gun.
Sorry for the first one. Can you click on it?
We have to do http:// anyway, so and a heat gun. So this is the heat gun that I recommend as a good beginner. On Amazon, it's about $15. You can get the cutting mat, like the size I have, which is like quite large. It's 24 by 22 by 34 or something like that. It's quite large. You don't need to get one that big, but even just this one is only like $20 for this, and I've had it for a couple of years now. And heat gun, 15. You know, X-Acto knife, anywhere from like, depending on how cheap you go, you could probably find it for like $1 or $2 up to like 15 or something like that. Ours is around like 8 or so. And then yeah, then you're set to go. Just get your foam. And with those 3 tools, you can make yourself a van brace and get started. And then I just recommend you continue to just build your tools up from there. If you're going to start, gluing pieces and doing layering and stuff like that, get a respirator. Make sure you get the right cartridges. I have some videos on which.
Yeah.
I have a video on what type of cartridge to use for working with contact cement and that kind of stuff. So yeah, check out some of our other videos. Oh yeah, I mean our whole channel is a great resource to get started. If you just go through and binge a bunch of our quick tip clips or printer clips. Oh, perfect. Cool. You know, there will be tons of great tips for you to go through. So, all right, cool. So, camera 3 it is. Boom. All right, let's glue.
Alright.
All right, let's get ourselves a strap piece here. So I can't remember if I showed you guys last time. Am I on camera here?
Yeah.
In frame? So sometimes I can just use the side of this nozzle to kind of spread the contact cement on. But after doing that for a little bit, it does kind of start to gum up the side of the nozzle and you have to like kind of pick it off and stuff. So you can always just continue to use a scrap piece of foam to kind of spread your glue. Are you guys still able to understand me when I'm talking with the mask on? If you're able to still understand me, say Roger that in the chat. Yeah, man. So with contact cement, you only need to put it on nice and thin. It doesn't have to go on too thick. You just want to get it a nice thin layer spread across it. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. So the other thing with these cameras is they turn off after 12 minutes just to kind of go like into screensaver mode. So you might have that happen every once in a while. That's how I keep track of time. 12-minute increments. Okay. So the nice thing about when you spread it nice and thin is it actually sets up pretty quick. I'm just going to go through and just do one more second layer. I like to do 2 little thin coats. Anybody say Roger that in the comments?
Oh, I'm sorry. Roger that. Roger that.
You can just tell me everybody's saying
Roger
Roger
that. It's harder, but we'll survive. Roger that. No, and then they said, no signal because it went out.
Oh, okay.
And then came back and I said, you get a screen with a battle for it?
No, you gotta go over to Paulina's channel for the droid named Roger. Right? You know Paulina that's making that?
Yeah, Paulina, are you still working on that?
Paulina.
Paulina.
Alright, cool. So we got that one. That is our left piece. So now let's glue up our left half here. So my assumption and hope is that this will work really well. But as we found out with the helmet comp, took a couple tries, but I think this one's going to work well on the first go. What do you guys think? Let me know if I get out of frame. I think these cosplay did. I don't know if I'm familiar with them. I think William Shakespeare has made one too. Going to put the second layer now.
People can hear me.
It's got a little bit of a delay coming from the thing compared to what we usually have with the phone. Oh, yeah, so Olivia was asking, if you guys didn't hear, does everybody like the math video that we put out on the Rebels? I know Joshua said it helped him out. I might need a new strap piece. This one's pretty glued. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So let's see. I believe once it's wrapped around, that it's got to connect onto there as well. So we're going to see how that works. That ended up being a little bit shorter. Oh, good. Okay. Moment of truth. So partially, now you guys won't have the problem when you use the pattern, but I did have the problem of losing my registration marks here once I sanded down my little bevel thing. But I will fix that in the pattern so you guys don't run into that same issue. And so it might be a little bit tricky to get our registration marks lined up properly. You know what, I'm actually gonna mark everything the one that can see. That's one, that's one. I think that's one. That's one, that's one, that's one, that's one. That at least gives us some reference. I think there might have been one here. Looks like there could have been one here. Okay. We will find it out. Alright.
So a little note, just when you are gluing, the to tell when it's done, you guys probably can't hear it, but essentially, if you press on it, it will have a tacky sound to it, but nothing will come off on your finger. And that tells you that it's ready to be able to glue together. If there's a spot where you have too much, let me see if I can show you guys here, like right here maybe. No. You know, it's all pretty well set up, but if there's a spot that's still too wet, like right here maybe. See how that's coming off on my finger, pulling up? That's a little bit where it got a little bit thicker on the inside here. And so if it was doing that on your edge, you know it's not ready to go yet. So, but all along my actual gluing edge should be good.
Let's see, we've missed a couple because I don't want to interrupt you, but
Okay.
Jesus says Odin made quite a few Stormtrooper helmets, and we made it in Bruno Squad Stormtrooper helmet from stone that rocks pretty hard. And then all the clips are very helpful, and I can't wait to make this Stormtrooper helmet. And so
Cool.
James liked thought the videos helpful, and Lightbringer, thank you for making these awesome videos. I'm excited to see your Captain America cosplay then. And will you be making his Wakanda shield?
Ooh, that is one that I like. When I saw that, I thought that would be so cool to make.
And then Sammy Suzanne says, try to make Civil Warrior. And then, hi Smurf 10, welcome.
Smurfs 10, welcome to the channel, my friend. Alright, let's see. Okay, so I think I'm lining up the registration marks properly. I'm at least trying to, anywhere where I know there's a registration mark. So the registration marks are super important, so don't lose yours when you do this, because it makes a huge difference. There's been pieces of this that I was like, oh, maybe I just need to do this because I don't know if the registration marks are going to line up the way I want to, or different things. And then I would try to do it on my own, and then it wouldn't work. And then I'd be like, okay, let's try that again and just follow the registration marks like I should have done. And then it works out great and pulls it in exactly where it needed to be and everything like that. So, yeah, so just remember, trust the pattern, trust the registration marks. Like, for example, like here on the side right here. So there's like this like divot in this piece that just kind of sticks out randomly. And I'm like, should I just like fill that in? It seems weird that I have a divot right there. And I was like, no, I'm just going to go with it. And then once I did it and I heated up the foam, it actually caused this whole kind of shape to happen right up here, where it kind of has this little inset, kind of this like valley here, rounded valley, and then comes up to kind of this point. And I was like, oh, well, good thing I just followed the pattern on that, because it actually created the shape I needed. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. It's easy to second guess and be like, hey, that doesn't seem right, but if you did the work up front with the patterning, and it looked good then, you just gotta trust your pattern for the most part.
And think so, keep your pattern handy if you do this for registration, right?
Yes, yeah, because then you can retrace them on, which I probably should have done before this.
At least you mark where you're
yeah. Yeah, that did help a lot, because I was able to reference a couple along the path.
Hey, Much Props!
Hey, how's it going, man? Oh, yeah, look at that, guys. Oh yeah, you're in this camera. Yeah, I'm liking that. We'll still got some heating and stuff that we'll do, heat shaping and stuff, but yeah, that has a nice little comeback on it now. All right, let's glue the other half, eh? All right, before we put masks back on, do we have anything to respond to? Oh, hey, Much Props, are you on now? Check this out. We've got multiple camera angles, so you can check this out from this angle, or from this angle. Ooh, look at that, that's beautiful. Or you can see it from this angle. Hello, I'm a clone trooper.
Just painting something really big for tomorrow that I've been painting since 9 this morning.
Oh wow, that does sound big. That's crazy. Cool, cool. Let's see, did this continue over back? Can't remember. I can't remember if in the design if this went down and back to, or if it just came out. Anyway, okay, cool. Anything we need to address or talk about?
Have you heard of Andrew DF2? He's awesome at something.
Yeah, he does a lot of really cool like props, pistols, and everything like that. I haven't watched all of his stuff, but I've definitely seen several of his builds and stuff. He does some cool stuff for sure. I wonder where he puts all of them. He makes so many. Oh, same thing with Thomas. I guess you just sell them on Etsy or something, right? Cool. All right. Let's do the other one, yeah? Oh, first, before I glue it up and everything, I'm going to mark any more registration marks that I can find. And we're going to switch camera angles. Boom!
This one's kind of tricky. You've got some here.
Yeah, we'll just have to take it along that curve. So we got nothing. They're all gone along here. Oh, there might be a little glimpse, hint of a one right there. A whisper of one. Okay. I think that's all that we've got there. But let's mark these ones so that they're a little bit more visible too. Ooh, yeah. Once we actually figure out our new live streaming software, we'll be able to like queue up music tracks to be like. We'll get some good ones.
Don't worry, guys.
Royalty
We'll get some good.
Royalty free, of course. Alright, cool beans. Alright, masks on, glue time.
Oh boy.
Unless there's anything we need to.
I just need to say, stick that out in the system.
Alright, here we go. So, one thing we're going to need to do is glue these edges together now. So I'll get those first. Oh no! That was on this one. That's amazing. To keep them offset, you can switch to a different camera angle. Figure it out here. Okay. Sorry, so quiet. You have anybody saying anything?
Yeah, sorry, we're talking about NGBSP.
Oh, cool.
We've got a top wall with all his done builds. And then that's what says, he made a community Fortnite video, and I submitted a clip that got into this video. So
oh, nice, dude.
And then Dennis Leon says, if you redo a project, what would it be if you could redo it?
We're considering redoing. I'd probably redo Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
And I would probably. We talked about redoing Wonder Woman and using our WCS for it instead. Because we just used foam format tiles and it was a little bit bulkier than we would have liked.
Yeah.
but or redoing that back piece of that cool articulated piece of the Nightwing.
Yeah, to do a Nightwing out of tinfoil, that was really cool, but tinfoil was just not the best.
Wasn't the right material for me.
How about you guys? If you could redo one of yours, I'll let you know what would you do.
Yeah, good stuff.
And Sam says, would you create this book?
Huh?
What sort of book?
Yeah, Pettiness.
I think that was original. I haven't familiar.
Pettiness. I don't know. I haven't ever thought of it before. I've never actually seen any of the Alien versus Predator shows. So I don't know. Probably at this point, probably not, just because I don't really know too much about it, and have other things I want to work on. I know it was really fun seeing Hacksmith's like functional predator helmet though. I mean, I'm familiar with the look. I just have never really seen the show, the movies.
So confused what I was original. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very tired. If for longer I look at it, then you get it. Like, this is what the way. Almost there.
Yeah, sorry guys. Kind of just like watching glue dry, huh?
At least you don't just smell it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you can just enjoy the gluing process from the comfort of your own home. Or workplace, or wherever you may be. You don't need to be in a different time, yes? Not this one, but you could go if you wanted to. Okay. I don't know if this one would block out. Bible says that. I don't think so. Let me back up to you. Whatever, number.
what about creating Batman's armor suit from the video game Batman Arkham Knight?
I think I've seen people do that one. That looks really cool. Yeah, I'll have to look that one up.
Cool. And Night Junior says, I was scrolling through my film and I think I'm going to make my squid on the film I got from Legos because it's wide enough and long enough to make it on the whole piece.
Cool. Oh yeah, I don't know if I ever answered your shield question that you were asking. As far as adding the curving coat with the pattern, Can you grab, oh, this piece right there.
So Wing Cloud has some upcoming info for the YouTube.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so yeah, here in just a second, as soon as I glue up this side, I'll show you something to help with the question. You probably already got that question answered. But I'll show you what it looks like on the pattern to have two pieces meet up and create the curve automatically. So here's the pattern piece for this dome top that I did here. This is the pattern piece for it. And so you can see whenever you have two pieces going together that you want to have create like a dome shape, a curve, then they're usually going to be curving away from each other like this, from kind of your center, your meetup point. So as these get pushed together, it forces it to start to curve upward to kind of curve around. Now the same with these side pieces, as those kind of go together, it'll start to kind of push that center up and start to create that curve. So I don't know if that's helpful for you. There is the option, depending on how much of a curve you want and stuff like that, that you can just do it flat and then just sweeten the shape and add the curve into it. But if you are wanting to get a steeper curve than what you can get that way, then that's kind of what your pattern piece is going to look like. Between the two pieces, they're going to kind of curve away to get that curve this way. And yeah, so hopefully that helps. All right. So we got any other?
What about creating the darkening out, obviously. The darkening pattern.
Oh, fish and bales?
Yeah.
Fish and bales? Yeah, those are good ones. Okay. So first things first. Okay. Yeah. Now line these two registration marks up. And then I need to get that one to line up. There we go. And then that one to line up. So what I'm doing to begin with is I'm not trying to stick the whole thing, I'm just trying to stick the tops of it because they're at a beveled angle. Just getting the tops to line up and just kind of tacking those in. I haven't ever welded before, but I think they kind of do that where they just like barely tack it in a couple spots to get it to hold, and then they go through and weld the whole thing. So correct me if you guys actually know what you're talking about, but it's kind of like that in a sense. So it takes a little bit of pushing and pulling to get those registration marks to line up. Here's what I think are the right registration marks. That seems to be working. Okay. Now this last part, I need to tack that down there and line up these back pieces. And confirm. There we go. Okay, cool. And then once you've got that, then you can kind of come in and press the rest of that seam line into itself. Or the rest of it, not seam line, but the rest of the that bevel to glue onto itself along that ridge. Now, definitely going to need to do some heating and shaping here, but that's not too bad. Let's switch cameras for this. There we go. I guess one of the questions is, does it still fit on the head?
Much was wondering how difficult is it to set up and run a Patreon? We set up our Patreon like 6 years ago, so but we just have it was hard for us to maintain at the time. So
yeah, it all depends on what you offer.
yeah, like if you make it easy for yourself to provide what you're hoping to give people, then it's not too difficult. We kind of had to reset ours up, but it hasn't been too bad so far. It's actually been great.
Yeah. Are they seeing me yet?
Well, I'm not.
Okay.
There you go.
Anyway. Pretty good visibility in this. But yeah, so part of it depends, Thomas, on just like what you offer and stuff and how easy you make it for you to maintain.
All making it an incentive.
Yeah, we'll make it something that people are excited about, and that kind of thing. So,
like Jimmy says, claps wildly.
yeah. All right. Cool.
42 hours in.
Yeah, guys. So I'm really close, running up to this 48-hour time limit that we're shooting for. So it'll be interesting to see if we make it in time. For those of you that were in the know when we decided we're trying to do this as a 48-hour build. Though I'm glad we didn't, because this is turning out pretty awesome and much better looking than it would have if I had just tried to rush it. So yeah,
Pretty cool.
need to heat shape some of that a little bit, but I think we're good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Sorry, my pup said I had to ask if I had one, and I already bring a kind of on both ends. I don't know how much extra content or stuff I could offer to make your membership worth it.
Yeah. I can't remember when we first tried to do it. It was like really hard to.
It's too hard to.
Yeah, to do everything that we were trying to promise and everything like that. But yeah, now if you guys are curious what ours tiers are now, go check them out over on patreon.com/cosplayapprentice. And yeah, our tier 2 is pretty awesome. You just get access to all of our patterns, all of the patterns I've ever made or will make, and you get early access to them. So this one, when it comes out, as soon as I make the changes to this that I've figured out as I've been going, I'm gonna drop it in there and make this available, and then everyone else will get the opportunity to get it once the video comes out, which should be probably sometime next month.
By next month, yes, we mean like the month that's coming, like in 2 days.
Yes. In case you guys were wondering.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so and then the tier, and then there's a couple other things along with that. Your name on the at the end of all of our monthly build videos, and then the one above that is you get entered into our
Good night, Sammy.
monthly um, prize drawing giveaway.
Yeah.
So
give
John-
away a prop. That would be really easy for you to do.
John Patterson just won the drawing for this one for the Patreon, tier 3 Patreon patrons, and he won a big tub of FOMO. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty fun. And then the tier 3 people get their name on every single video that we put out. And then what's the first tier ones?
$50?
Yeah, I think it's like occasional like behind the scenes like extra like vlogs that like
Which every.
yeah, that any patron on Patreon will get. And something else with it too.
Something cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
Go check it out. Maybe you'll want.
Go check it out. But yeah, yeah, Thomas, you could probably do like you build so many things, just like
Give one away.
yeah, give one away, like you know, do a drawing from your patrons
Or you
at
can
a certain
put
level.
their name on your video. Maybe people would just like to support you.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be as simple or as complicated as you want, and just something that people are excited and incentivized by to do, you know. So.
Alright.
Cool.
And like bringers just don't rush perfection.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you want? Do you want the fin?
Yeah.
Do the fin?
Yeah. Should we do it?
The Lightbringer for $10 is worth it to have done the template pickup so far.
Oh, sweet. Good, good. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to go. If you're going to be building Hiccup, I've got the pauldrons, the helmet, and the chest plate all on there. So instead of paying $15 for each one, you just do the $10 a month and you get access to all of them and all of the band braces that I'm coming out with, and wings and the legs and whatever else I do to make this whole costume piece. So, alrighty. So I know I want to start the thing like that, and then I'm going to end it right there. Now, one of my questions is, where's that box? Reference in here. Okay, just gotta reference my references here. Slide this guy out of the way to change camera angles. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here in the back, looks like that ends right at the end there. Perfect. Yeah, it'll go back on in a second. That's what I was trying to figure out. Sorry guys. There we go.
Oh, yeah, Lightbringer. My hand has been hurting all the way up to my arm, so I've been wearing this guy.
Oh yeah.
But
we gotta add
we'll
this
be,
piece on there.
Oh, I thought we'll be
So we gotta add this piece. We can add the thing first. So we gotta add that piece, this back piece there, circle piece, and yeah. And then I think that's the majority of it. Oh, and then we gotta figure out these little guys inside of here.
Is this a good piece?
Yes. Yep. Alright. Shall we add this fin? Oh, and if you want to pull off the red 2mm strips in there. Okay, so. Oh, leave that here again? Oh, yeah, okay, they're there. They're marked. Alright. Okay. Anything before we start gluing?
Just gonna eat some candy before you can put that mask on. And then my is very excited for his last tour.
Yeah. Me too. I'm super excited to make the different the cool mechanical things. Like on the van braces, I'm gonna have the little fin that like pops out kind of thing with the little on his arm. It causes a little fin to pop out, which will be cool. And then on the wings are gonna be awesome. If I can get them to work how I imagine in my head, which should be able to. Some cool ideas for that I've been researching. That will also help me, whichever one I do first, to make the crafting gauntlet.
Yep.
Ultimate crafting gauntlet.
In my room, I actually 3D printing.
Yeah. I think I might need to adjust that.
Just what?
I think I want to have this continue to hit the center up here. But we'll look at it. Alright, cool. Let's glue this fin on. So we have attach points here all the way along here, here, and here. So we only need to glue along this front edge here, along the side edge here, and here. And then I just want to hold it up to here to be able to see where it should end. And I'm going to just mark that. Right there. Cool. We should probably put these strips on this first, and then put the whole thing on. Yeah?
Whatever you say.
Okay. So I'm gonna put these on here. And I think for this, let's do a different camera angle. What do you say, guys? Okay. So I've got my registration marks here, so I know where it lines up. And then it should just end right even with the back here once you glue it on. So this one's going to go on this side. I'm going to put that over there. This one's going to go on this side. Put that over like that. Mask up and glue. Hmm? Oh, yeah. That's kind of a sweet. Hold on, okay. So now luckily on the pattern, I marked where the things would get overlaid onto it, and so, oh wow, that's getting quick. There it is. And so I'm able to know kind of how far over I have to go, so I don't have to glue more than I need to. Oh, okay. Huh? Yeah, it's like a puppy glue on too much surface area, I guess. So it didn't go too fast. This camera angle okay? Changing things up a little bit? Or do you prefer that?
Do you guys prefer the dark camera or the camera?
We'll just stick between them every once in a while.
Right when they were saying that, another ticket for Rusty's helmet, the symbols on his helmet are, I'm gonna, I don't know how to say it, Zane eyes? These are two species of dragons from Mandalore. They're from D6. Cool, thank you.
That's sweet.
That's it, right? I have no idea. But I couldn't tell the bigger art, so I'm really on the game.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. That's cool. I didn't know. But that's what it was. What?
Also, the first part is the only part where the face one turns to their helmet that ends the same from the ARC troopers H2 helmet because the regular H2 helmet has a flat on the crest on their helmet, and that ends next.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh.
Should be good on that. Let's do these pieces. So I'll get myself a new strap piece. Do I say anything else? Guys are so chatty tonight. Probably my bad. I'm just sitting here gluing up a storm. I mean, a clone trooper helmet. It took a second for that joke to land because everybody's on a delay behind us.
You're doing okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't believe it.
No, what?
I'm sure you're critically asked that past person.
Yeah, true. Take the delay on it. Okay. Small pieces are tricky to glue. What have we got?
Oh, okay then.
No, you're good. We're all good too. I'm impressed how much you remember about all this stuff.
Hey Leia, how's everything going with you guys? And then with your school start and everything. I know you told me last time, but I know that you're starting to work there too, right?
Yeah, who do we still have on? If you're on, type yo 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 in the chat.
Do it.
Let's see who our diehard fans are.
That was like the title that I had to type. You can't hear me. Can you hear me when I take my mask off? Like a little rebel?
Okay, these don't push around, so this one's on the side. This one is in this side. Alright, here we go.
That says yo-yo. You've only one minute.
Alright, well.
Leah says, in a battle.
Let's talk
Josh
to
says,
you.
who's here? Better than I forgot that now. Liz, I just got here, so I don't think that counts as die hard. Well, you're here, Liz, and that does.
Yep, we count it. Anybody that's here at all on the live stream says diehard. Okay. Okay. Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay, so there's that one. Good. Not too bad. Alright, what have we got? Let's see. Sabine is way cool. Leia just defeated a boss. It was a stapler. What game are you playing?
Paper Mario.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. A stapler would be pretty dangerous for a Paper Mario.
Or just
That's
that commitment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A really sticky situation. Like this glue. Okay. Here we go. There's our two fin pieces that run along the fin. We're gonna call these, I guess, the rain gutters. Just kind of catches the rain and then just drips it right into their eye line. So that's good.
We don't have that here. I'm not quite excited. I ventured out of my city for the first time in 4 months. Stumbled on a Five Below store and hit the mother load of pop stuff. Do you have Five Belows? I don't think we do. I'll bet. It says that it's not in UK.
Huh.
Hi, Louise!
Whoa. Hey, Louise, how's it going? Alright.
I need to put the mask back on.
Yeah.
I'm taking my mask off for you.
Okay.
So one time Skylar was like, honey, I ordered you something. And I got so excited. I mean, it was like, it's a surprise. And I was so excited. And then it got here and we could open it. And it was a respirator mask. This respirator mask. It's very sweet. Because it was so I could hang out with him. And we could like craft together. But it was really fun. I thought it was gonna. I always kind of make things out to be bigger than they really are. Like he's like, I have a surprise, and it's Disneyland. I know it. It's not. I'm a self-saboteur. I should just expect something like a respirator from now on.
Worked out great.
It's true. I have no idea.
Okay. Let's see.
But I can't really keep it top like the head.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
You can see it on this one.
Better.
I'm guessing that's a new Paper Mario. I don't remember going to get this staple in the N64 Paper Mario. Wait, that's impressive. How are you watching this and playing Super Mario at the same time? No, I was being like commenting. I guess you just beat the boss, so we had a second. Okay, so right on the front keys. Guess I'm gonna do double layer, do 2 coats, and I'm just gonna make sure it gets setting really well. Because this front piece we really need to have them stick down really well and tight.
There's this only part where I understand the scanner and she can't understand me. Can you understand me when my mask is off?
Sorry. Turn off your cat while
I understand you. I'm glad you get me like
And I was just speaking gibberish to throw everybody off. Sorry. It's a lot of doing stuff, but it's nice, it's fun to see it come together. So hopefully, worth it. Waiting through the glue. See the end result.
Was it worse for you because he was talking in gibberish?
Oh, that was after she said.
Missed the GameCube.
Yeah. I never even made it that far to GameCube. I played on at some friends' houses that had GameCube, so. Still haven't even made it. Like any sort of. We're still on the N64. Alright. Okay, once we get this glued on, that will end it for today. Yeah. One more coat on this. And then we're good.
But yes, I also have a working Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Ooh, nice.
We just have an N64.
Or obviously they have all the coolest games. They seem to keep like remaking those same ones for the different things, huh? Okay. Give that a second to set up.
Hey, Shield Bear, welcome.
Hey, Shield Bear, how's it going? Oh yeah. Check this out. Boom. Check it out. It's coming together.
Leia says they also have Game Boys. We have 2 Game Boys, right?
Yeah, Game Boy Color
We
stuff.
have 2 Game Boy Colors.
Kept in really good condition. It's just like
They're like 4 years old. You could take them away from them.
It's so cute when always sitting there pretending
Aw, Zooey,
Hey,
thank
Zooey!
you.
Oh my goodness, you're cool. Look at that.
You're cool.
Hold up.
Thank
Zuli, you're the best.
you.
Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thanks for all your support. We always love having you on here. I can't believe it's like, I don't know, just seems like not too long ago we were sitting in that corner in this workshop and it was like barely nothing and we had some of these people on and Zuli and everything. So cool.
And
Thank
Shield
you.
Bear, no worries about being late. New video setup. Square in the middle of the screen. Yes, we do have a square in the middle of the screen.
Yes, that is something we're working on. So this one shouldn't have a square in the screen, but
The square.
this one does. Here, look. We'll put it not in the middle of the screen. There we go. Now it's not in the way as much. It's just because of the cameras we're using, it doesn't have a clean output. And so some of the camera functions are showing up there. Alright. Should we try to tack this on here? Really get myself in there.
I'm trying to figure out how to get your phone off this last minute.
You just have to hit the usually hit the bottom. Okay. Nope. You have to hit the little drop down on the side of it. Alrighty, here we go. Oh boy. So I gotta check and make sure I'm lined up on both sides here as I go.
I have to wait for like 1 second. Uh-oh. Let's stop.
Yes, we've got going on the talking. Okay.
Yeah, that one's annoying. We're good, we're good. Sorry guys. We're back. I'm giving you my GoPro right up now. No, good shot.
There we go. Sweet. That looks cool.
Technology exciting. Hey, April.
Hey, April, how's it going? Yes, technology is awesome. And we definitely need to figure it out a little bit better on these live streams for you guys. So.
Wait, so it means it's so late, even the camera's not working.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, you did this one.
Fill in that gap with a thin piece of foam piece of the aerator. Wait, what's gap?
Okay, so cool. The one looks really awesome.
Thank you, April. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool, huh? Take a look at it from this camera angle.
Press camera to something.
What? Press camera. Oh, is that from the rear when it wasn't working? What? Okay, so wait, what? Phil, what gap? Is that what we're talking about?
On the top? Along there?
I don't know. Some people might be on more of a delay than others, I guess. But yeah, anyway, April, thank you. Cool. Hey, not too shabby. Shabby. Too much. Cool. Are you looking for the circle piece?
No, it's something like that.
So, let me switch to this camera angle.
Dad is now. Dad.
Nice. So we've got this circle piece that's going to go back here somewhere. And then I've got to add like these 4 little bumps on this guy here. And then I think that. Oh yeah. Maybe she's talking about this. Yeah. Yeah, I have a piece that fits inside of here that's going to glue in, and then we need to do little half round pieces kind of in there on the sides. Is that what you're talking about, Yanola? That would make sense if that's what it is. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. Cool. Well, that is pretty awesome. That was pretty good progress for our live stream tonight. I like usually dancing I can't think. Switch back to this one.
Good night, Leia.
Good night, Leia. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations on beating the stapler. Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Not tech or whatever it is now. Yeah.
Sweet.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Definitely need to add some stuff on the inside to help it sit where it needs to on my head. and hold there nicely. But yeah, pretty good visibility out of it.
Gotta get some stuff for the visor.
Yes, we gotta get some stuff for the visor. And then, yeah, and then just a couple more pieces and this thing's ready to paint. Probably gotta heat this up and shape this a little bit down here. Be a little bit more what I want it to be.
Beautiful.
But yeah,
Look at that.
I think it's looking really good. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, I think that's a good ending point, right?
Yeah. Thanks again, Julie, for your super chat
Yeah.
and all the conversation. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, you know, it was okay. We'll try to continue to improve. It's cool having the multi-camera angles, but we'll try to make it so it's less of
That's me.
oh. So that we have less lag and less of some of that stuff going on. Try to make it a little bit cleaner and crisper for you guys, and better audio. But we'll just continue to improve it. Hopefully the multi-camera angle thing was cool and helpful. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for your support. You guys are amazing. And we'll catch you in the next live stream, I guess, huh? So cosplay on, my friends.
Good night.